Greetings YouTube, time for a bargain video. We have a copy of David Macaulay's The Way Things Work. This is the new The Way Things Work. This is for a coworker. I paid all of $1 for that one. Then we have an annotated version of Flatland, A Romance of Many Dimensions. And this is a marvelous book. If you haven't read it, you need to. I was thrilled to find an annotated version. My wife has never read it, and I would definitely reread this one. And I was very happy. I picked it up for 50 cents at a flea market. We have Dudley Pope's Guns, which has a wonderful, loud, obnoxious cover. And I picked this up for $4 at an antique shop. It was on sale. And this is just an incredible entire history of firearms. It's just marvelous illustrations. Then we have Foul Deeds and Suspicious Deaths in Dublin. The Wizard of Oz and Philosophy. That's for my wife. Wolters English to Netherlands. I have a fascination with foreign language dictionaries. The Ultimate Guide to Percy Jackson's and the Olympians films. It's an illustrated guide to the universe. This is a history of witchcraft. I haven't seen if it's any good or not. I just picked it up. And then we have role-playing books. This is a copy of the German Dark Eye. It's an English translation, but the Dark Eye, this is the most popular role-playing game in Germany. My friend Jan gave that to me. We have the Starjammer Core rulebook. My sister gave that to me. We have Battle Dragons. I got that as a deal at a gaming store, comic store. Then we have the Pathfinder module, Weeby Goblins. I got that for nothing. And then we have Larger Than Life, which is a book about giants for the Pathfinder game. So those are the main books. Now I'm going to show off some comic books I picked up, and I'm going to have to start doing the DVDs and Blu-rays. And I need to change my battery. We have two Terminator comics, in Terminator Infinity and Terminator Revolution. I picked those both up for $0.25 a piece. Then we have Hinterkind. I have no idea what this, but it's got anthro animals, and I'm all over that. We have Jumper, which is an upgrade, because I have it on DVD. We have the Pineapple Express. King Kong, the deluxe extended edition, and that's an upgrade. We have some Orson Scott Wells films. That's for my father. The Spy Next Door. Eric the Viking, which was an awesome score, because we have not watched this in ages, because we have it on VHS. We didn't have it on any kind of modern media, so now we do, and it's got a commentary track. I was very happy. The Return of Xander Cage, which was kind of like watching a Roger Moore Bond movie. Junebug, Ant-Man, lovely commentary. I love that, and I was willing to pay $16 to get it because it's less than cover price, and if I got it through the secondary market, it would cost me $15, so I might as well just pay it, not worry about the shipping. Empire State, Exodus Gods and Kings. I do not expect that to be any good. Escape from Planet Earth, which I thought was quite cute. And then we actually have some other stuff I found while looking for DVDs. And we have Pathfinder's campaign setting, Occult Bestiary. I paid almost $21 for that, but it was worth it because I want to read it. Epicurus the Sage, a graphic novel that deals with Epicurean philosophy. How could I say no to that? Idols of Perversity, fantasies of feminine evil in the fin de cell culture. It's a book about misogynistic interpretations of women through art. And then we have DC Goes Ape, which is Ape Stories from DC. And again, how could I pass that up? On to more DVDs, I think. My wife bought herself a rowing machine. I have played with it, but she wanted a rowing machine. Somebody had it. I guess someone had one at work. They didn't want it. They got a good deal on it, so she has a rowing machine now. We'll see how well that works out. So she uses it enough to keep it around. If she doesn't, we can sell it or give it away. But it does work. I have to figure out how to set the tension, because at the moment it's a little on the stiff side. And there's my high-tech ventilation system I use for my house. I use fans this fan blows air into the house. I have a fan in the laundry room that draws air out of the house, and that creates an airflow, which works for us because at the moment we don't have AC. I have The Mummy, which is an upgrade. My copy does not have a commentary track, and this one does. The Snitch, Battle Cry, and Battle for the Bulge, which I'm going to give to my father. The best animated series ever made. This is the Volume 3 of Batman the Animated Series, and I picked it up for $2. I'm not passing up on that. And we have a wooden construction set. I don't know if my wife's going to want it. If she doesn't, I will give it away. Then we have a dragon. Woohoo! Dragon! Picked that up for like $3. It'll end up in a video. I may keep it. I may give it away. We have a striped sweater, which I picked up for a song, like $1. These are mittens made from sweaters for my wife. I think I paid less than $1 for those. And this was a great find. These are alpaca mittens, which originally sold for $38. Then were marked down to $24. And I bought them at a yard sale for 50 cents. And they're in perfect shape, never worn. I love alpaca. These are mine. I was quite happy. We have a couple of brackets. My wife is convinced that these were originally like towel racks, but that's a really robust towel rack. I'm going to bolt them to the wall, to the beams in my basement and use them to hold weapons. But I thought they were pretty cool looking. I got them for like $1 or something. We have a Gerber Diesel, which I picked up at a yard sale for $10 in brand new condition. The guy's like, I never really used it. And from the condition that the blade's in, he never really used this. And I bought that pretty much strictly just to do a video on it. That was it. A couple of Nalgene bottles that still have the stickers on them, so I don't think they were ever used. I got those at an estate sale for $1 a piece. Ironically, 2 weeks ago, my wife and I ordered some Nalgene bottles, and we already have them. They're more colorful than these. Because we needed Nalgene bottles, but now I got 2 backups. They're very boring looking. They're not colorful like the ones we got, but for $1 a piece, I'm not going to say no to that. They're brand new. I'll keep them in the cabinet, so when I do occasionally beat them up to the point where they don't function, because I freeze these. I leave the top off, obviously, for airspace, but I freeze them in the freezer to about here, and then I just fill the rest with water, and that keeps my water cold when I'm in the warmer weather. So I have actually destroyed one because the expansion and contraction eventually broke the plastic. But this is a new type of plastic. My other one was an older generation. This is the BPA-free stuff. My other stuff wasn't. We have a stainless steel lunchbox in very good condition. I paid like, I don't know, less than 70 cents for this at a by the pound place. I'm thinking of turning that into a survival kit. We have a robot, because I thought the robot was adorable, and his little hands twirl and he walks. He made me smile. We have a protection from protection from the evil eye protection from Turkey, which I'll hang in a window because that's really quite pretty. And I got that at a yard sale for I think 50 cents. But I thought it was very pretty. It's very good, it's quite large. It's a heft to it. We have a lead weight, 2 of these kicking around. I'm going to put one in the video. But I got 2 of those. They're a pound each. They'll end up in a weapons build at some point. This is a U.S. Divers Aqua something. The sheath says Swim Master. And I've done some search online, and the blade looks like it is a Swim Master. I think that's a homemade handle. But I picked this up for $1.50. It's got no edge on it. The serrations are actually sharper than the edges. I realize you don't want a sharp tip on a dive knife, so you can pry things, but the edge should have some ability to cut, and this one has none. But it was cool, and it's vintage. I need to do a little more research and see if these ever came with wooden handles, which wouldn't make a lot of sense, unless this is on a really early one. Then we have 2 cool things here, wanting to get something to demonstrate. This is a bowl. Not any bowl. A singing bowl. And I got that for $2 at an estate sale. Someone didn't want it, and I did. And speaking of $2, we have a skull, which the lights look really red to me. They're looking kind of orange in here. Guess we'll find out what they look like in the video. But I picked that up for $2 at a yard sale, and I could kind of understand picking that up, say, in November at somebody's sale, but it's September. It's not Halloween yet. Why would you sell a Halloween decoration before Halloween? I don't know. I thought it was cool. It's in nice shape, and the bulb's easy to change, so I can change the color if I want. Maybe I can even figure out a way to get a blinky to something in there, you know, something a little strobe going on. But yeah, $2. That's cool. And I just remembered, I actually think I have a couple of more DVDs. So let me go dig this out. I brought some stuff home today and I never unpacked it. Okay, last section. We have Sharktopolis, Planet Hulk, Shaolin, Protect the Temple, The Wackiest Ship in the Army, a movie I have not seen in decades, a remake of War Games, The Dead Code. Never knew about this. Need to look it up. And 2 volumes of Mystery Science 3000, volumes 2 and 7. Now these were priced $40 and $35, and I did not pay that much for these. I got a deal. I talked to the guy. He's a friend of mine, or at least it's a guy I deal with on a regular basis when it comes to flea markets and such. And I picked these both up for $30. So that's a really good deal. Then we have a hammer, which I think may be a blacksmith's hammer, which desperately needs to be rehafted, but I got that for very little. Dogbone, my friend Felicia was happy to see the one I got, and she asked, if you find one, pick it up for me. Her wish is my command. We have a very strange figure. This has got to be Japanese. Anybody knows what the heck this thing is, please tell me. A bell, which made me think kind of the Eiffel Tower. It needs a slightly heavier weight, I think. And it says Sarna. So yeah, of Sarna. So this is definitely bells of Sarna. So this is definitely from India. And my wife collects Sarna bells, and we didn't have a square one. Then we have some dice. I got these 4 big, chunky, colorful ones, like in primary colors, essentially. Well, 3 primary colors and green. And then these 2 purple, which are from a casino. Where are they from? They're from Aladdin in Vegas. I like the purple, translucent purple. I have a lawnmower blade. I got no idea if this will work on my mower or not. It's desperately needed of a sharpening. I have the technology to do that. I own an angle grinder. And if it doesn't work on my mower, this may end up in a weapons build. Maybe something inspired by Fallout 4. We have a ruler here, which is for fonts. I thought that was fascinating. I'd never encountered a font ruler before, and so now I own one. I have this strange, I'm going to be very careful, there's a razor blade in here, but it flips all the way out, and then you can actually tighten it at an angle. You can slide it to this slot, and it'll go at a right angle. You come all the way around, and you're like this. And it's Red Devil Jack knife, and then Jack JAK-NIFE, and it's a US-made knife from New Jersey. Never seen that before, so I picked that up inexpensively. Some brackets, again, got those really cheap. And then I got this thing. This is a fixture plate, and it's got 4 holes here that are designed to affix it to a bench. And then all of these holes are tapped and drilled and tapped in. This is aluminum, and it's got this little, I don't know what this is for, I don't have any idea what it was from, but obviously this was here. I think these are quarter 20s, but I'm not sure. I'll have to take one with me and go find that out. And I picked this up for about $1, and they normally run $150. That's just for the plate, not whatever this is. I don't know what it's for. It's an excellent shape, brand new. I found it at a buy the pound place because apparently they didn't know what it was, so they just put it in there, which would have eventually ended up in a recycling bin. So I'm going to see if I can use it myself, set it up so I can put it on my bench downstairs, and maybe use it to hold things in place when I'm working on them, stuff like that. So yeah, for $1, this is definitely worth my time. So that has been my bargain videos. I'm really happy about these. My wife is going to be so happy when she sees these. She is a major Mystery Science Theater 3000 fan, and I'm really looking forward to these. I have not seen any of these. What are they on here? Angels of Revenge, Cave Dwellers, Pod People, and Shorts Volume 1. And Hercules Unchained, Hercules Against the Moon Men, Prince of Space, and the Killer Shrews, which I've actually seen as a real movie, but this is the Mystery Science Theater 3000. I actually may have seen that one when it was on television, but never seen it on my own house with the DVD on DVD. So, I am thrilled with these, and it's been a good bargain video, and I hope you enjoyed yourself.